They'll be playing towards the jail end in the first half. Fate has decreed that this will be the last of these Highland gatherings in the current league campaign. Ross County and Inverness Caledonian Thistle, 9th and 5th respectively, in different halves of the table. There remains a lot on the line for both. The Staggies want to guarantee Premiership survival. The Cali Jags still have designs on Europe, despite the recent slump in fortunes. Tremarco over on that far side. Aaron Doran back in business. Cali Thistle. But Raven to commit himself. To go into reverse. Tremarco. James Vincent coming into the move. That's quite happy to hang on to the ball. Doran had made himself available.
I think this is exactly what John Hughes is trying to ingrain in his players. Keeping possession of the football. Short and sharp passes.
David Raven to the Liverpool Academy. It breaks down. Marley Watkins just a few yards ahead of him. Angelos Economou, the Greek left back for County, to take the throw. It's his 14th successive start. Back for another tour of duty here in Dingwall. Very much enjoyed playing for Ross County in the second half of last season.
There's another one who arrived in January who's just given them a little bit more quality. Most of the signings in January have been a success.
Watkins for Cali Thistle. Josh Meekings taked up there in central defence. Away goes Tremarco. James Vincent able to put his injury problems behind him. John Hughes wants to make Cali Thistle a passing team. Possession a big part of the story. Watkins.
The goal styles are played there. Got to be the end product.
Doran, and Watkins continues his canter. A little bit of contact there. And the free kick is the outcome. Mark Brown taking the hit.
A little dink ball through here from Doran. I think it's a booking. I don't know if he can stop or get out of the way. I don't think he can change direction in mid-air. He's a little bit unfortunate there, Watkins. Just his momentum taking him into the keeper.
Caution then for Marley Watkins. Hereford United, Bath City, Cheltenham and Swansea player. Mark Brown, former Inverness Cali Thistle goalkeeper, made 203 appearances for the Cali Jags between 2002 and 2007. Together a run, Mark Brown, with Inverness of 176 appearances on the spin. Remains a club record. Ross County's goalkeeper nowadays, a fine one at that. Michael Titzer, speculative ball. Melvin DeLeeuw, he's been the man of the last few weeks for County. It's a good thing this game is on a Friday. Had it been scheduled for tomorrow, DeLeeuw would have been ruled out through suspension. As it is, he'll miss the away game against Hearts after the split.
No, it's a big bonus for Ross County. He's a guy who's playing with a spring in his step. I think he's enjoying just playing tucked in behind Arcan rather than being stuck out in a certain position in the wing.
Scott Boyd went up for the header. Much more solid looking central defensive partnership for County in the last few games. Boyd together with Jan Songo. Brian McLean has been the odd man out. Gary Warren, defensive leader for the Cali Jags. Dean Brill back between the posts. Made way for Ryan Essen the other night. Ryan Essen, who's the reserve goalkeeper as well as the goalkeeping coach. Trapped by Richie Britton, inspirational Ross County captain. One of his best passes though.
Both teams just finding their feet. It's surprising, the tempo's a little bit slow for a derby. I'm sure it'll kick into gear.
John Hughes surveying the scene. The pressure is on, even though it's early for Lady Hughes as Cali Thistle boss, trying to put his own stamp on the team. It's his own blueprint for success. Sonny Butcher, of course, a hard act to follow. Kishu got it forward. Couldn't make the connection with Eric Chikosh. Two Slovakian players together. David Raven. Ollie Watkins. Tanzi is one of the central midfield operators for Inverness. Graham Shinney beside him. Britton digging in. Tidza. Economu. Flicked by Aka, Johan Aka. His second Highland derby. A prolific goal scorer, but leads the line ably, Gary.
He gives them a bit of strength. There's a challenge there again by Britton, who's just come in off the side. He's just playing in front of his two centre-backs, looking for the threat of Vincent.
Franarco bombing forward. Away by Philip Kish. On loan from Cardiff City. First cup for Slovakia recently. It's Carey who's gone down. Graham Carey toppling over.
Carey just nicks it past. It's a bad challenge, it's late. It's a sore one for Carey. Yeah, he's not happy at all. I mean, that was late and high.
Tanzi dishing it out. Here's Jan Songo, son of Jacques Songo. What a goalkeeper he was for the Cameroon national team and for Deportivo in Spain. Jan Songo had a spell in the youth team at Deportivo.
He's given them a good stature at the back. He's also helped with the confidence of Boyd as well.
Kish. Over the head of Tidza. Here's Economu. Tidza. Read by Raven. Graham Carey. His third Highland derby, the Irishman. Joined Ross County last summer after a spell with St Mirren. Inverness Cali Thistle, founded as recently as 1994, a merger of Inverness Cali and Inverness Thistle. Two dominant teams in the Highland League back in the day. Inverness Clachnacutten, third team in Inverness, still playing in the Highland League.
Played against him a long time ago.
Hoping your Motherwell days, Gary. Shinney, oh, and a bit of confusion. Songo just in front of Mark Brown, the goalkeeper. No damage done there.
Yeah, just a little bit late with communication here. Mark Brown comes to collect. Songo taking no chances. That's a decent clearing header.
Nine minutes gone in the Highland derby. Graham Shinney to take this. Plenty of a loft on it. And the jeers from the Ross County supporters weren't too happy about what was going on. Watkins here.
He's taking a ride on the back there of Boyd. Swing that corner to the back post.
Free kick is the outcome.
So this is the start by Inverness. Trying to make the pitch big, trying to make passes.
Ross County, who go all the way back to 1929. Between Dingwall Thistle and Dingwall Victoria. That's where the Highland League side until 94. Tidza It all happened quickly. Couldn't make the connection with Aka.
You know, this is where you're just trying to overplay here, Warren, trying to thread a ball into the middle of the field there. Maybe on that occasion he could look a little bit longer.
That's what John Hughes is trying to do, Gary. He's trying to get Inverness to be more of a passing side from the back. It takes time, though.
Yeah, I understand that, but at times, Derek, players have got to make their own decisions. Okay, he's encouraging them to play, but there, the decision was a little bit too risky.
Interesting debate, isn't it, as to how you go about your business if you want to be a passing football team. Change everything at once. Here's Doran, headed on by Watkins, and Brown had to make absolutely sure.
It's a decent little ball in by Doran. Just a little glancing header there by Watkins. The keeper's got it nice and comfortable, but again, some good play.
Aka. Speak with Britain now. Michael Tidser, on loan from Rotherham. Derek Adams, the man in charge of Ross County, the most visible face of the Staggies. They've got great guns in the last few games. It's all about preserving their top flight status and avoiding dreaded 11th position, playoff position.
Yeah, just keeping calm and trusting their football. We've been impressed by Ross County in recent weeks.
Tidser. Economou. Richie Britton, not afraid to shoot from that sort of position. Didn't miss by all that much, the Ross County skipper.
No, he's got previous from this distance. He fancied himself. It was a decent strike, just couldn't keep it under the bar. It's just about 2-3 yards over.
And they had to take cover in the academy end. As the Highland Football Academy is just behind that goal. Ross County and Inverness cooperate on that. It's apparently no handball. Put away in the end by Tansey. Well, they are fierce rivals, these two sides. They know ultimately they're good for each other, Gary.
No, it's good. It's just having them up here. That presence is good for the Highlands.
Mackay just losing out. He's gone off the boil the last few weeks, Mackay. Boyd. From back to front. For the quiche, Graham Shinney, his direct opponent. Quiche was far from happy.
Quiche just nicks it past the challenge of Shinney. And just catches him.
A stern warning for Graham Shinney from Callum Murray, the referee. Shinney in midfield again. We tend to think of Graham Shinney as a left back, although we saw him at right back earlier this term.
Yeah, 2 good feet, comfortable in playing in any position. Showing his versatility.
Britain with the county free kick to Leu. Well, he made the leap. The on-song Dutchman.
Well, he's known for he's got a beautiful left peg, but he can head it. He's got a good headed goal against Aberdeen. He rises well there, just past the post. Good leap by De Leeuw.
It's like a salmon on the River Spey. Certainly has come to enjoy life here in the Highlands, Melvin De Leeuw. Never played above the Dutch second tier until the start of this campaign.
Yeah, he's just starting to deal with the physicality of this division, getting to know it. He's a talented footballer.
Flicked by De Leeuw. Carey. Aka going in pursuit of it. Aka, who joined County in January from Notts County. As though the ball had drifted out of play, yes.
Some decent skills in the corner, but just overrun it. Just gave them a little bit of presence up the field. Good strength, good link man. Just needs to get on that score sheet a little more often.
Adams in his second spell as Ross County boss. Want to look on impassively in the technical area. There was John Hughes for that matter. County unexpectedly had the ball. Eric Chikosh to take the throw. It's his 9th start on the trot for the Staggies. Inverness get back with ease. Watkins all the way through against Songa. Deleu. Josh Meekings with the clearance, back from suspension. Tidser. Flash air header. And Marley Watkins. Natural runner at opponents. Lovely play. Billy Mackay. But what a piece of goalkeeping it was from Mark Brown for Ross County.
That's a fantastic save by Brown, but clever play by Watkins, driving at Ross County. Clever run by Mackay as usual. Hits the target. Good save.
Top notch from Brown. Needed to be.
Mackay had got the shot in the right direction. It was going inside that far post.
Aaron Doran with the delivery. Punch from Brown. Mackay was able to help out defensively. Tidser. Like a foul. It was a foul by Watkins.
It was a good positive run by Watkins. Just threads it through to Mackay. Goes across the keeper. Great save by his right foot. Super save. A good strike by Mackay.
Mark Brown playing against one of his former clubs. Billy Mackay has one goal in his last 9 matches, 4 in 21. As Vincent trying to link the play. Aaron Doran. Very unpredictable, keeping it on the ground. Mackay force his way through. Boyd was making sure of that.
Oh, nice and tight, Boyd. Good defending. Stays very, very touch tight to Mackay. It's a clever ball into the feet of Mackay from Doran. Tries a little turn. The big centre half stays strong, nice and tight.
Still Boyd, who is Ross County through and through. Meekings. Surely a red card against St Mirren last week. Missed the midweek game against Motherwell. Doran. Chikosh is the covering defender for the Staggies.
This time Doran trying to go on the outside of Chikosh.
Thistle with the edge in terms of possession. Here's Carey for Ross County. One was called upon. It's Raven. Nothing untoward happens from the Inverness point of view.
Raven just tucking in behind his centre halves there as they go to challenge the ball.
9th game in 26 days this for Cali Thistle.
It's been a big schedule for them.
Shinnie. Doran. Britain's gone back there to buttress the county defence. Songa. There's Aka. Meekings for company. Chikosh on loan from Slovan Bratislava. Slovakian champions.
Been another one, Derek, who's been a success since arriving. 3 new defenders out before. Certainly look a lot more tighter, more organised. Just more physical presence.
So if you think back to the ultimately ill-fated October derby meeting of these two, only after 45 minutes because of the floodlight failure, only 4 of the county players who started that night beginning this game.
Big changes. It's worked for them in the past, and I feel it's working for them now. I think they've just got enough to stay in the division.
It's going to be fascinating after the split, Gary. We've often wondered in Scottish football about the merits of the split, but I think it really comes into its own when you have a playoff system. It's going to
go right to the wire.
Competitive, yeah. In the thick of the fight, with the spirit of improvement lately. They still believe they can qualify for Europe. It's going to be difficult though. Shinnie. Thistle, the beaten finalists in the League Cup final. To penalty kicks though. Out of the Don's edge on the day. Here's Kish for County. Chikosh, it was holding it up. Chikosh taking the fall, skewed by Brill. Ikonomu. Keep it on the ground. Kish. Ikonomu. That was intelligent play. Carey over to the right. Graham Carey. Oh, it was awkward for Dean Brill.
Dean Brill taking no chances here. This is off the back. He's good possession by this time Ross County. Ends up at Carey. Little deep ball. And the keeper takes no chances. I'm sure Carey intended to cross there.
First Ross County corner. Taken by Carey. Trying to get it to swing back in. It's going to be another corner.
And Gary Warren just getting the header to safety.
And Carey, who hit the post in the 82nd minute against the champion Celtic in the 1-1 draw in Glasgow. Billy Mackay appears to have taken a slight knock. Carey. Back to Mackay in a second. Looking for Carey. Nothing wrong with the idea. Went Songa. Raven away. Here's Mackay. In full tilt. The guy they were asking questions on the Cali Thistle bench about Mackay just seconds ago.
Yeah, I think he's moving a little bit more freer now, but there was a little concern. He just took a knock to the back of the head. It's a good little phase of play for Ross County, dominating the ball.
Carey. Ikonomu. Solved by Gary Warren. The second season with Cali Thistle, a Newport County player.
Just a clever little nutmeg by Ikonomu there. Warren comes across to stop the threat.
Fifth Highland derby for Evangelos Ikonomu. Lanka trying to hold it up. It was alerted off. It's quite a scrap, isn't it? Watkins. Carey happy that it landed right on his feet. Deleuve hovering in the centre. Goal kick.
He just sat off Carey there. Giving him the invitation to whip it in. He just overhit it a little.
14th Highland derby as a manager for Derek Adams. This is the scene at the Global Energy Stadium. It is El Kessico, as they call it in the Highlands. They do have a sense of humour in this part of Scotland. I wonder what El Kessico is all about. It's the Keswick Bridge. Has to be crossed by one team or the other. Going to take part in the derby. Last 10 minutes. A bit better from the county point of view, possession-wise. Broken up by Tidser.
was a great run by Tremarco. Trying to go square, to try to put that extra pass in. He could have got it in the box for Mackay.
Well, Tremarco joined County Thistle on a free transfer from Macclesfield. Watkins, he fancied his chances. Well, it was a low hit, and Mark Brown did well again.
Down to his right hand side, they sit off. Marley Watkins again here. It's worth a go, it's a good strike. He's just curling into that near post. Good hand by Brown. Ross County defenders just sitting off Watkins there.
Aaron Doran, Scott Boyd. Really passing his chances in the air. He's gone behind for another one. In the corner, Chikosh attending to his defensive duties. William Shinnie. Mackay at the ready. Warren poised to make the late run. Shinnie. We've seen that picture before, haven't we? And appeals from Ross County. There was a bit of foul play.
As you can see, Keesh isn't looking at the ball at all. It just jumps at Warren.
Friday night football in the Highlands. Ross County against Inverness. That's the jail end. Traditional Ross County end. Of course, the county jail used to be just a few yards behind that end. Sheriff Court still in existence. It's in by DeLeeuw. Wasn't the way Inverness players saw it. Watkins. Mackay. Northern Ireland international. To set Shinnie free. Well, that's the sort of tackle you expect in a Highland derby. Came from Eric Chikosh.
No, Chikosh was sharp across the ground there. Good challenge to take it away from Shinnie.
Go, go, go!
William Shinnie looking for options. Billy Mackay. A smothering stop by Brown. Programming notes coming up on Monday from 7:15 on BT Sport 1. It will be Hibs against Aberdeen in the Scottish Premiership. Hibs, of course, in the bottom six, not out of the woods just yet. Aberdeen vying for second place. Friday the 18th of April from 7:15 on BT Sport 2. We'll be back here in the Highlands in Inverness for the visit of Aberdeen. Join us for our coverage of that game this weekend after the split. And then on Sunday the 27th of April from 12:15, BT Sport 1. It's the Edinburgh Derby, this time from Easter Road. This weekend, Hearts recording a very emotional win at Tynecastle. So many football to look forward to in the weeks ahead after the split on BT Sport. Tremarco, that was ungainly. Tremarco on Aka.
In a little bit of trouble here. Akan just nicks it away. He's shown a lot of studs there to Marco. A little bit fortunate to get away without the yellow.
Free kick then to Ross County. Jan Songo. Yaoundé in Cameroon. He hasn't given up hope of included in the Cameroon squad for the World Cup finals. It helps, of course, that his dad is a member of the coaching staff. Not that that should really play a part. Tremarco. Still has it. It's been pretty adventurous. Tremarco, Vincent goes down, still alive here for County Thistle. Well, Doran with the shot. County having to strain a few sinews.
Doran just tries to bend this into the corner. Lanston here, well, that's a good block by Songo. And then good defending by Boyd. It's a super block.
Come Complement each other pretty well, those two guys, Songo and Boyd.
They've been together since January, but they look strong.
"15 minutes remaining in the first half of this Highland derby. Last meeting of Ross County and Inverness for this season. And Carey, Ikonomu, still going. Give himself too much to do. David Raven. His 18th start in the last 19 matches for Cali Thistle. And he was thwarted by Michael Tidser. Akan. DeLeeuw. Hasn't seen as much of the ball, Melvin DeLeeuw, as he might have liked.
Well, they haven't got him on the ball as often as they've done in the last 2 or 3 games.
Touch on by Carey to Tidser. Graham Carey once again. To work something with Aka. Nothing there.
Carey feels he was obstructed with a little 1-2 with Arkan. As he went for the return, he was blocked.
Callum Murray unmoved. One of the most experienced officials in the Scottish game. Ikonomu. Britain back to Boyd. It's the 7th Highland derby in the top flight of Scottish football. Carey. The idea was to dovetail with Aka. Tidser. Raven. By Tansey. For a second spell with Inverness. Scott Boyd, very direct.
Just over half an hour. You see both teams really committed to passing the ball. It's just a little bit one-paced at times. Just a little bit more intensity from both teams, I think, would help lift the crowd. Just a little bit pedestrian at times.
Ikonomu seems to fit Ross County like a glove. Carey. Tansey forward. Songo backpedaling. Was sure-footed, as was Mark Brown.
It had to be. There was a wicked bobble just as it arrived at his left foot there.
It's a much better playing surface this season here at the Global Energy Stadium. Credit to David Fraser and the ground staff.
Yeah, I think there was quite a big investment as well, Derek. The ground staff done brilliant, but they've spent a lot of money on it. Real modern pitch.
Now Chikosh, very much a modern fullback. Quiche decided to take a swing at the ball. Songo. Danny Mackay so far pretty well shackled.
He did have that one good chance where Brown made the really good save with his right boot.
Scott Boyd from the back. Gary Warren. Concession of a free kick. It's gone the way of Johan Aka.
Yeah, that's exactly what Arkan's very good at. He's shielding the ball, shielding it away from the centre back, winning the free kick.
Message crystal clear from Dean Brill. So he gets his wall organised. 3 men in there. What does Graham Carey have in store for the Cali Jags defence? Carey, touch of finesse. Oh, it was a decisive header. And it has gone in. Hang on though, the offside flag is up. Songo at the end of the move. Aka involved prior to that. No goal.
Was the ball gone in from Arkan? Lovely little flighted ball up to the back post. Is he offside there? Power header across goal. Yeah, he's clearly offside. It's a good decision. I don't know if the ball was going in. Good decision from the referee's assistant.
It was up in a flash, wasn't it, Gary?
Yeah, I think the header from Arkan was maybe going wide. And Songo had to try and get a touch on it. You see a lovely, beautifully flighted ball up the back post. Powerful header. It's going wide. Songo just offside.
Douglas Ross, the assistant referee, on the far side. Oh, that was a bit tasty. Now, Callum Murray is called upon. Maybe a yellow card.
He's in trouble.
Well, it was always going to be a booking after that. There's the caution. Philip Quiche caught by Carl Tremarca.
Tremarco claiming that he got the ball, just overruns it, and Quiche just nicks it. Just the studs again showing. As you can see, that's a bad one. Unfortunate there, Quiche. Just as well he's wearing those shin pads. That's a bad one, that's a bad challenge. Just the first touch was poor. I don't think any player would go to try and hurt an opponent intentionally, but that was high, it was a little bit reckless.
What's the difference, Gary, in a referee's mind between a yellow card and a red card in that situation? It's a valid question, I think.
Well, absolutely. You know, you'd have to say that this is a red card challenge. Every time you go your studs at that height, there's a danger.
I think somebody down there saw a replay on one of the monitors. And the verdict from Ross County is it should have been red.
Yeah, when you go leading like that, I'm sorry, that's a red card.
Yep.
You know, the referee should be all over that. He's fortunate.
Derek Adams, Stephen Ferguson on the Ross County bench. Adams often one to say his bit to officialdom, but keeping calm under the circumstances.
He's calm there, he's not reacted.
Maybe seeking clarification from Ian Brines. St. Hughes comes to the fourth official as well. Fortune favouring Cali Thistle because it could easily have been red.
Yeah, it was a bad challenge. There's no doubt about that. I think there's a little bit of frustration of his poor first touch. He should be just, you know, Quiche should just be getting the feeling back into that shin. Took a bad one there.
Tanzi as Quiche continues. It's by Watkins to Raven. Doran. Tanzi. His first Island derby. Tremarca. He's going to hear the boos, I think. He's away from the Staggies supporters. Meetings. Every derby needs a bogeyman, Gareth.
Yeah. And again, Britton, who's just playing in front of those centre-backs, again intercepting. He's done well tonight in that little role, little change for him.
Says pass, DeLeeuw. Frustrating time of it, Melvin DeLeeuw.
They've closed him down. Anytime he's got any possession, they've been very, very tight. They're very much aware of his vision, and his ability to have a goal from distance.
Managed to nod it forward. Mackay for Inverness. Boyd. too particular about where it went. Akan, tidy header. Deleuve. Akan making the run into the middle. Too strong off the boot of Melvin Deleuve.
Yeah, only one man in the box as Deleuve broke wide and whipped the ball in. It was only Akan that was making his way into the box.
It's Watkins and Ikonomu.
Just get sandwiched in the middle there. Watkins, Ikonomu in the back, Tids up in the front.
There's a Highland sandwich.
He's done well, Watkins, this first half. He's not just stuck to the right hand side, he's went in and joined Mackay. He's been pretty influential. Very positive when he's got possession of the football.
John Hughes just out on the edge of his technical area on that occasion, getting his message across to Kanzi and company. Nobody could find it. Maybe a throw to the Cali Jacks. Inverness want to pick themselves up. There is the danger of the season evaporating if they're not careful. One win in their last 9 games in all competitions, 1 point from their last 3 games.
I think it's financial benefits as well, Derek. Each spot in the SPL, FL.
Inverness have been looking up for Derek Adams and Ross County. A win tonight in the derby would go a long way towards securing their presence in the top flight of Scottish football next season.
And getting the result the night before the other fixtures tomorrow.
As Graham Shinney takes aim. Well, he hits it with power. And Brown comes up trumps again for County.
And again, Ross County just in retreat, just backing off. Nobody going out to press the ball, so Shinney steps forward. It's a good crack. It's an easy save, but still got to be made.
Brown has been the busier of the 2 goalkeepers. Doran with this latest Cali Thistle corner. Titzer is collapsing in a heap. And Carey. It's Tanaka who got back and enters a space for Graham Shinney.
And Ross County not getting anybody up to the plate.
Vincent. A quiet first half display by James Vincent.
Yeah, I think purely with the job of the fact that Britain's been in there most of the game. Just looking to stop his threat.
Here's Raven. Warren across the defence. Meekins, you'll have noticed, has discarded the head bandage. Akan for Ross County. Deleuve over the centre. And hit by Ikonomu. Dean Brill takes the weight off the shot.
Decent play by Ross County on the counter-attack. Akan was sent down the right by a lovely ball by Tids up.
Half-time debate to come here on BT Sport. Darryl Curry with Stephen Craigan, Charlie Christie, Barry Wilson. 4 minutes on the clock. 0-0 in Dingwall. Songo for County. Ahead of David Raven. Looking for a bit of sympathy. And again, not getting any. Shinney. His brother Andrew used to play for Cali Thistle as well, now with Birmingham. Shinney hits the deck. It's going to be a free kick. Carey.
Yeah, Carey's had 2 or 3 little goes at the referee in this first half. That's just the result of frustration earlier. not getting the free kick. He's late. Into the back of Shinnie.
Demonstrative, isn't he, Graham Carey?
Yeah, he just feels that 2 or 3 decisions haven't gone his way. Got some words with the referee.
There'll be a minimum of 1 added minute at the end of this first half. Tansey standing over the free kick. Cali Thistle conjure. Tansey, oh, he gave it real leather. Mark Brown, not for the first time. Had to be on his guard, and it comes again, and this time it's a sizzler. Oh, it's absolutely out of this world. You will not see a better goal than that. Aaron Doran, a bullet on the stroke of half-time. A Highland Derby special from Doran.
Oh, what a fantastic goal. The first strike by Tansey was superb. Good save again by Brown. Just flicked out to Doran. He's only got one thing in his mind, and the execution is superb. Great strike by Tansey. Good save. Ball arrives at Doran, and this takes ability, and he shows plenty of it. What a great goal. Great technique. That's above the bar. It's heavily whipped. Keeper's got no chance.
A celebration from John Hughes. Ross County trying to answer immediately. Well, we've gone past the 1 added minute. Aaron Doran, that was special.
Oh, we won't see many better goals than that anywhere in the world.
Aaron Doran back on the side and back on the score sheet. Stylish from Doran on the cusp of the half-time interval. And Ross County have got a lot of thinking to do. Inverness Cali Thistle have made Mark Brown work quite a bit. There was one controversial moment. Should there have been a red card for Carl Tremarco? At the break, Ross County 0, Inverness Cali Thistle 1.
Scottish Football and BT Sport, sponsored by William Hill.
The following is